with that backflip though.
Wagwan YouTube! It's your boy Mr. Chef X and we are back with another UFC breakdown. This Saturday we've got Israel Stylebender Adesanya taking on Yoel, Soldier of God Romero, in what could be an all-time epic middleweight match. In this vid, we'll be taking a look at the lead up to UFC 248 and all of the media surrounding it. Then we'll be breaking down the fighter's strengths and weaknesses, and to cap things off, I'll give you my prediction on who I think is gonna win. So, leading up to UFC 248, there has been nothing but respect between Adesanya and Romero. Both fighters seem very confident they'll come away with the victory, as they should, but there hasn't been much bad blood between the two. Stylebender did his usual press conference antics of sizing up his opponent and quietly exchanging words during the face-off, almost as if it's a private conversation. We've seen him do this in the past with Derek Brunson, Kelvin Gastelum, Robert Whittaker, and many other fighters, and every time he has come away confident that he's gotten into his opponent's head leading up to the fight. In an interview with Ariel Helwani asked Adesanya, "What did you say during the face-off?" And Adesanya said this.
What did you say to him when you guys were squaring off there?
I spoke Spanish to him. I said, "What's up?" I can't remember. I spoke Spanish. He said, "Oh, you speak Spanish?" I was like, "Oh, a little bit." I spoke Spanish back. And he started all sexy and spicy. I was like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa." And I spoke Yoruba to him. I said, "I'm speaking Spanish to you just because you don't understand Yoruba. So I'm going to speak Spanish to you." I said that in Yoruba to him. And then I said, and then he kissed me back. I was like, "Mwah." My heart. And I was like, "I'll break your heart and your face. I'll break your heart and your face."
Speaking in Romero's language, Spanish, speaking in his own language, Yoruba, and dancing on Latin style are tactics anyone who's followed Adesanya's career could have predicted. And might I say, they were even expected. Like, if he didn't try those things, I would have been surprised. This is classic Stylebender. But here's the catch. You see, Israel didn't get his typical results. The UFC roster info lists Romero as 42 years old, but that's in Cuban years. It's no secret the Cuban athletic system sometimes fudges some dates of birth, and for all we knew up until now, Romero could have been closer to 50 years old. But then Romero actually came out and told us the truth in this press conference. You see, he was asked about his ability to make weight, which is something Romero has had issues with in the past, and he clarified this.
25 years I do that way for a long time. The first time when I fight in this way is in 1897.
1997.
It's no problem for me, no. It's many years.
I love you.
There you have it, folks. Case closed. He's 122 years old and he's been making weight since 1897. Jokes aside, the point I'm making is Yoel is so past the BS, the trash talk, and the antics that at this point I truly believe Adesanya's attempts to get in his head were pointless. As a huge Stylebender fan, I must admit, Adesanya is a very polarizing figure. He talks a lot of shit, and up until now, he's backed it up, but you'll always have those that are praying for his downfall. It's either you love him or you hate him. Romero, on the other hand, is loved and adored by all. He's been an icon and a fan favorite ever since his "Hello, you Bisbing" tour, and oh, let's not forget, Jesus.
You USA, what happened to you? What's going on? You forget for the best of the best of the world. The name is Jesus Christ. What happened to you? Wake up, USA. Go back for you, go for Jesus. Don't forget Jesus, people.
Despite the Romero Spanglish that only he can truly understand, Romero held his own on the mic during their press conference and most definitely outshined Adesanya during their dance-off with this insane backflip. Dana's face says it all. Romero demonstrated that he won't be run over by Adesanya during the press conference, and that confidence will continue into the ring as Romero has predicted KO victory. I have to give it to him. Romero wins the lead up to UFC 248 based on that backflip alone. But let's get into what really matters. What are the fighters going to bring to the octagon come fight night? Let's analyze the champ first. Israel Adesanya is the greatest striker on the UFC roster. There. I said it. You can make your case for Wonderboy Thompson, Max Holloway, Conor McGregor, Barboza, Aldo, and sure, yeah, I hear you. Those are all Hall of Famers and real candidates as best striker. I guess technically Anderson Silva hasn't retired yet, but he's way past his prime. I'm talking right now. Current roster, Stylebender is the best. Listen. We'll save this debate for another video, but I think we can all agree Romero has a tall task ahead of him should he choose to stand and kickbox with Adesanya. Aside from the striking, Adesanya's takedown defense is very good. And we saw this in the Brunson and Gastelum fights for recent examples. So Romero is going to have his work cut out for him if he wants to take Izzy down. And an underrated strength of Adesanya is his strong chin. We've seen him cracked by some tough shots, probably the hardest ones coming from Kelvin Gastelum, and Stylebender wasn't really rocked or dazed. From an athletic standpoint, Adesanya has great length, he's got 5-round stamina, and even knockout power. Just ask Robert Whittaker. As for the champ's weaknesses, he hasn't shown many. The rest of Israel's game is a bit of a question mark. He has shown flashes of jiu-jitsu, like in round 5 of the Gastelum fight where he almost caught Kelvin in a Kimura. They were just kind of too slippery in the 5th round. And Adesanya is always teasing us with claims that he is leveling up as a mixed martial artist and that his grappling is a lot better than you'd expect, but we've yet to see it. Sure, grappling isn't a big part of his game, but his striking level is so far above the competition. As long as he can keep the fight standing, which he has been able to as of yet, Stylebender can and will dominate. The biggest struggle Izzy faces is his vulnerability and leaving openings to take shots while the opponent is inside his range. I believe Gastelum provided a blueprint on how one can beat Adesanya while standing. Kelvin was the shorter fighter by far with the smaller wingspan, but he kept coming forward and tried to stay inside of Israel's comfortable range where he could throw big shots. Kelvin hits hard, and he narrowly missed some shots that easily could have KO'd Adesanya, and Romero hits even harder. Stylebender needs to be careful about tangoing with a Cuban scorpion like Romero because he might just get stung. Now, onto the challenger. Yoel Romero is made of stone. Not only has he got the best body on the roster, he's really strong and dense. And those are results of his years as a world-class wrestler. He came up in Cuba as part of the national wrestling team, and he won many international titles and was even an Olympic silver medalist. Aside from his wrestling credentials, an underrated strength of Romero is his patience and ability to pretend like he's tired. This can be credited to his years under the Cuban system, where Cubans would notoriously try and do just as much as they needed to win, rather than dominate their opponent for the entire match. Romero can seem like he's gassed, and then out of nowhere in the 4th or 5th round, catch Adesanya with a flying knee or an overhand right, and then it's night. Moving on to Romero's weaknesses, due to his athletic power and explosiveness, he has to preserve his energy. Muscular, powerful guys on MMA tire out faster than the leaner, skinnier fighters. We can expect 2 to 3 rounds of all-out Romero, but will that be enough to get the win over Adesanya? Another weakness I'd list is Romero's unwillingness to use his wrestling. Like, he'll shoot once a round, maybe if you're lucky, to keep his opponent honest, but Romero really doesn't use his wrestling prowess inside that octagon. I can't tell if he just enjoys the standing fights more, or if he wants to garner more fans or make more money because he's an entertaining fighter, but this fight, that's gotta change. Romero needs to shoot on Adesanya and see if his wrestling experience and his strength can take Adesanya out of his comfort zone, which is kickboxing. I'ma keep it 100. Romero will not win this fight if he does not choose to wrestle and grapple with Adesanya. Anyways, now for my prediction. Honestly guys, I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. I'm a Stylebender fanboy to the highest degree. He is literally my Discord profile picture. This fight and any other fight of his going forward, I will give to my man Adesanya. You'll have to excuse my bias, and I'm sorry, not sorry. I'm predicting that this is a hard-fought 5-round match, similar to the Adesanya vs. Gastelum fight, but in the end, Stylebender will win by unanimous decision. Thanks so much for watching the video, guys. I just wanted to let you guys know that I will be doing a watch party for UFC 248 on my Twitch at twitch.tv/MrChefX. Link will be in the description. We do watch parties for every single UFC pay-per-view, as well as some major boxing fights. So if you guys are fight fans, come on through. It's a lot of fun chilling, hearing your guys' perspective on the fights, predictions, what you think the fighters should do differently. I love it. I love my community. I love chilling with you guys. So if you're new to the community, please come on through to my Twitch. That's it, guys. All I gotta say is if you like the video, then please like the damn video and subscribe, and I'll keep bringing you these UFC videos. Anyways, guys, it's been your boy, Mr. Chef X. I need you guys to keep stirring that pot, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.